Hello. Welcome, welcome. Today, oh, let me move that up. Today we are going to be, well, actually, my goal for today is to save for, hi Farina. My goal for today is actually saving for, was it SIGEWINNIEEEEE? And my schedule technically says that today my goal is to save for SIGEWINNIEEEEE. And then I was like, well, I don't know what I could do to save for her to earn Primo gems. And then I was like, oh, I could do story quests. And then I was like, oh, hey, nice weather. I've been having to listen to that while I was setting up, so I'm kind of like, let me move away from that girl. So then I was like, oh, a story quest can help me earn some Primos, I think. Or maybe if there's a good event. There's some events, not many. I could have done that. I didn't know what a good way to earn Primo gems would be other than maybe doing the story quest. So I'm thinking of doing Arlecchino's story quest. Let's do her trial real quick, though. Since mine isn't built yet. I have not done any work to her since I got her. But let's just do a quick trial run. And I just want to... Purely, she's good pure. Let's see.
Witness my rise.
Not bad. Let me get that. I just want to use her purely.
This is
okay, not bad. Her ult charges so fast. Oh my gosh. I'm shocked that her ult is like so fast. Let's see. Q. Q.
everlasting as the moon.
As the moon. Ah! So we're doing this. Everything today is for Primo gems because I'm saving for SIGEWINNIEEEEE. I don't know. So I can't really hear myself in my own headphones. I don't know why my headphones are not working, but I don't know why she has that thing on her health bar. I noticed that before too. Is that like a status thing? Like you can't earn HP with her? I don't know what that means. Does that mean she can't earn HP after a certain point? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Let's collect our Primos. We could get Primos for that, but let's see what we're starting at. 254. Okay. And whee. Focus experience mode. What's that? To avoid conflict. Oh, okay. Enable. I don't know what. Okay.
Since we visited Poisson, maybe we should head over and have a look around.
Wow, whatever that is, that's cool now. Focus mode. So you only focus on that. Huh.
Hey, traveler. Paimon.
Linny! Yay!
Oh, Paimon knows that voice.
And I'm glad that these are voiced at least, so that puts a little less strain on me.
Over here.
And plus, I want to hear Arlecchino's voice more. Over here. Linny!
To borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the fated
Hello!
reunion.
Oh, I have to
Running
sneeze.
into you two out of the blue like this has really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
Sorry.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson?
Maybe I sneezed because Linny's here.
Wait, Paimon's got it. You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front.
Uh-oh,
So
trouble
Father
at
arranged for us
home.
to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Uh-huh.
Oh, are Lynette and Fremine here too?
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of
Look
the
at this
Hearth.
big fish
You may
hanging
have
in the
noticed
back.
Poisson seems a bit more crowded than usual.
So you're
Looks the
saying
same to
nearly
me.
The entire organization has moved to Poisson? Sounds like you've run into way more than just a bit of trouble. What's really going on?
Well...
Since the two of you are so curious,
Oh, there she is!
perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
Yay! There she is! Oh my gosh.
You scared Paimon half to death.
People are saying that Paimon's voice has changed. Is that true? Does her voice sound different now to you guys? I saw a comment that said that Paimon, this patch, her voice has changed to be more like it was in the beginning. And I feel like I can hear the difference. Can anyone else hear the difference? It sounds
Father,
different.
You're here.
Father.
You know,
Hmm.
on second thought, maybe we don't need to know. It's all probably super confidential House of the Hearth stuff, right? We totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
I feel like I need a comparison of Paimon from the beginning, middle, and end of Genshin so far. Because I definitely kind of hear the difference in her voice. It sounds a little deeper.
No need to be nervous.
Look at her. Wow.
I could sense your genuine concern from your conversation just now.
So she on our side, or I guess we'll find out.
I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved.
We still have our reservations about your organization.
I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms in the future.
So we are on good terms for now, is what she's applying.
As
Implying.
for right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? The House of the Hearth could stand to be more open with those who have worked so closely with us in the past. As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the Hearth. It's an internal matter.
Ooh, a rumor. Is it a rumor about her?
What sort of rumor?
She's a robot.
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
Eh? That she has a secret child hidden in her attic? Yeah, exactly. When your only experience with the Fatui is them beating you up and being horrible to you and to the people you love, you know, you kind of get a bad impression, but that's just me. A ghost story.
A phantom child. Ooh, just hearing the name is giving Paimon the creeps.
So her character story is like ghost
A
hunting?
spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth.
What? I feel like, would Hu Tao be in this? That'd be so cool.
I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able to track down the spirit fairly quickly. After that, it's just a matter of resolving the situation, if you will. It shouldn't be much trouble at all.
This big fish hanging here?
If you're curious, or if
Poisson
you
is
still have
French
some
for fish,
concerns,
really?
It might be advisable to stick around for a few days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased to welcome some visitors.
She talks about them like they're like 5 years old, which is kind of cute.
Lenny, I'll
I
leave
didn't
you
know.
to
I had no
entertain our
idea.
guests. I have some matters to attend to.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense.
Of course, Father.
Of course, Father. I couldn't help but feel intimidated during that conversation with the knave. Now that she's gone, it feels like I can finally breathe again. She also suggested we stick around for a few days, but why?
It has long been a dream of mine to invite you to our home and introduce you to my other siblings.
Didn't we go to their home and meet their siblings in the OG quest?
You're quite well known in the organization already.
Oh, I mean,
a lot of people
oh,
have been talking about
he means
you,
the
especially
other
after everything with
siblings.
The prophecy.
Oh, yeah.
If you're willing, why don't you stay a while and have a little chat with us?
Poisson.
Alright.
Look at all the
We don't
poissons.
have anything else to do right now anyway. But let's be clear, we're just gonna be there as guests, okay? Don't get any funny. Oh, wait a second.
Of course. During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing. We bring in quite the bounty every day. In fact, today is the perfect chance for me to show you what I can do in the kitchen. Let's go. I'll take you to where we're staying.
Oh, this is their Poisson home, not their orphanage home. Oh, lame. Be a house guest. Is it far? No. I know you're gonna eat that fish. I know you're gonna... Look at this cat. Just waiting for a chance to eat this fish. Look at that. That's so creepy. He's just waiting for a chance to eat it. Some poison. Poisson poison. How many people live down here, though, that like... Oh, I wonder, can you buy stuff from him? Let's see. There's like some NPCs where you can like they're not outright a shop. Oh, more cats. Okay. There we go. The French ancestors thought fish were poisonous. Are you just messing with me? Really?
We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
Oh, yay.
Awesome, thanks. So, where are we off to now?
Well, when I happened to run into you two earlier, I was actually in the middle of distributing some supplies. With this
Distributing
many people
some
staying in Poisson,
supplies.
we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then. I should probably make sure the rest of these provisions get delivered. Otherwise, people might start to get antsy.
Oh, what's he passing along?
Okay, we'll come with. There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true and what's not.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, tomatoes being considered a nightshade, I mean, if you were to give me anything that's considered like a nightshade, I mean, that just sounds poisonous to me. I know they're not poisonous, but like nightshade sounds poisonous.
But now that we finally have
Hello.
the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a good look at how you operate.
Well, you're more than welcome to come along. Just follow me.
I will follow you. Help Linny distribute the supplies. Hello. I will say one good thing about this quest so far is that it actually feels like I'm doing stuff. Like other quests, like I kind of want to say like Chiori's quest, it was like talk, 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 talk. But this, it's like, okay, go distribute the supplies, go visit the house. Like it actually feels like tasks.
You're finally here.
So it feels like I'm actually doing
I'm assuming you've-
tasks.
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go.
Thank you.
Hello? Something caught your eye?
I feel like whenever I play in Fontaine, I'm always the perfect like model for Fontaine because I'm water. So I'm always like, look at me. I'm like perfect for Fontaine. Bubble, 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 bubble.
It's the Traveler and Paimon.
No way!
They look scary for a second. The twins. Almost twins.
Come here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
Head pet. Thank you. Pet, pet, pet.
One at a time, please. Don't crowd around them all at once. We don't want to scare off our guests now, do we?
We do. Scare us off. Let us leave.
Gotta say, Paimon didn't realize we were this famous. Of course! Father and Linny have told us so much about you.
How does one get green hair? Wait, so if he's part of the house, does that mean he's also an orphan?
Father told us about how you helped Linny. According to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we ever heard her give. As you can imagine, everyone's been very curious about you.
I heard the Traveler is so strong that she can move a mountain with her bare hands.
How does Arlecchino have such a good reputation in Fontaine? I'm so... Cow print? Do I have cow print on me? Eh?
I heard Paimon eats so much that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel Tabor in just 3 days.
Like, how does Arlecchino, God dang it.
Wait a second! That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, not cool at all!
Mine's also a bit of a stretch.
Oh, wait.
Arlecchino?
When guests visit, you're supposed to give them
Like,
gifts and
such a
stuff,
good
right?
apparently such a good reputation, like, at least in Poisson. But then the rest of, like, Tevet so far is, like, bad, fatui, horrible.
Oh, we don't need something like that. Besides, we don't have anything to give to you.
Arlecchino. Yeah, Arlecchino. Ah, God, I can never remember that.
Come on, we insist. I can give you some of my new potions. Just pick your poison. And by that, I mean medicine or actual poison. I've got both.
Yeah, pick your poison. Let's pick a poison.
Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. He's super good at it. He's never been caught.
Ah, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right?
Are we just here
When it
to
comes to
pester these
eliminating your
children and
enemies,
adults and, like,
staying
just,
quiet
like,
can
what,
go
huh?
a long way. Trust. I was poisoned not too long ago,
Eh?
and I'm still dealing with the after effects. So I'm not quite as good as I was before, but I can still give you some pointers.
Wait, when you said gifts, Paimon didn't think you meant poison and stealth tactics. But those are the best things we can give you. You don't like them?
I would expect nothing less from the House of Hearth, to be honest. Poison and stealth tactics, yes. Exactly what I would want for a welcoming gift.
Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you.
Paimon.
And we'll teach him a lesson for you.
Point at Paimon. Just point at Paimon.
All right, Fold, Selwar. I think that's enough suggestions for now. When it comes to being a good host, it's the thought that counts. You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything. I would say your enthusiasm has certainly gotten across.
Really?
We definitely, yeah, we feel the love. I feel so loved.
Awesome! It's been so long since we've had guests to play with. If there's anything you need, just let us know. Yeah, especially if it's poison or something. I've got all sorts of potions for that.
Is it that the children look up to her, or is it that she's taught the children these things? Nurture versus nature.
Well, we'll talk to you all later. We've still got supplies to distribute.
If your father was a Fatui harbinger, I feel like we would all turn out the same way.
All right, see you later.
Maybe.
Bye! Lenny, about all that poison and stealth tactics talk just...
Paimon does sound so different to me. Every time she talks, I just, like, listen more and more intently. Like, her voice does sound different. I don't know why. Ever since somebody said that, I'm like, I can't get that out of my head.
Scared you, did it? That kind of talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth. When Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets. Just out of curiosity.
Uh-huh.
He was labeled a dangerous problem child and was abandoned by his family.
Well, I don't agree with abandoning your children, but if you strangled all your family pets out of curiosity, I think I too would possibly give you the label as a child with problems. Now, did he deserve to be abandoned? No. Therapy. But, wow.
Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret. You really have to keep an eye on that one. Chaplot is around my age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance. He's very passionate about his work and has no reservations about taking on some very difficult missions.
I feel like there's such a difference between these two, though. It's like, she's like, oh, I just like testing potions, even though my dad says no. And he's like, I like strangling baby animals. I feel like there's like a little bit of a jump there. Like Genshin kind of like, you know, I'm kind of like, oh, okay. Like you kind of give the shock with him. And then when you get to her, you're like, oh my gosh, what does she do? And then it's like, oh, she likes making potions. And you're like, oh, okay, well, that's not so bad. I mean, she's not strangling animals. That's not so bad.
I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of intentions. Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean a lot to them. They were just trying to share the best of what they could offer, that's all.
Continue distributing the supplies. Okay, let's go. Go over here. Over to this area. And see who's over here. A little jellyfish. Over here? Oh, I saw a cat running away. Hi, kitty.
Lilio, supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two? Outsiders?
We saved your entire organization.
Allow me to introduce you.
Did we not help
This is
save
the
Poisson?
Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about. It's nice to meet you. I heard you've traveled to all sorts of places. Is that true?
Yes.
We're making our way all across to that.
Oh, good for you.
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now, then. Have you seen the new opera that started running recently? I think it's called... The 4,000 Thieves?
And let me guess, he's one of the thieves.
Oh, this is the first we've heard of it.
Let me guess, he's one of the thieves. He's
It
one of
seems
them.
like it's going to be fantastic. From what I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway. You should definitely check it out if you have the time.
Oh, and there's the Blind Maiden.
And she's
too.
the blind maiden.
That one is supposed to have audience interaction. Seems pretty interesting.
Okay, so now we're more
After
relaxed.
This mission is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Oh, yes, girl, let's go.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair. Wonder how much it'll cost.
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much easier to get along with than the others? Looks like the House of the Hearth has some normal members after all.
I heard that.
Oh! Oops.
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others? Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
We're not like them at all. We've only committed 5 mass murders.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now. I'm sure they just can't wait to get back to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
The plan? What's the plan?
That's enough, Filio.
Don't talk about family members behind their back, right? Whatever. Let's go.
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time, we should go see the opera together.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, well, they were normal-ish.
Well, that's it for the supplies. We should probably head back as well.
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. Seems like there could be something more going on here.
We should observe for now.
You're right.
Quietly
Only here as
observe and
guests,
see what's
after all.
happening.
Oh, Linny's getting super far ahead. Come on, let's catch up.
Are we gonna have to fight Father at some point during this mission? I assume we have to. But then I'm also like, why would we at this point? I'm just kind of curious of how this story is gonna go.
So, what do you think of the members you've met so far?
Oh man, I wish there was like real options, like we could say like, oh, they're great, oh, they're weird.
Well, Father is always encouraging us to be strong-willed and independent. So if there's one thing we've got, it's people who aren't afraid to speak their mind.
That's a good trait.
Well, I should probably get cooking. Wanna join?
Of course.
Then let's head out and... Fremine?
Fremine!
here?
Aw, and he's facing the wall.
Hey, nice to see you again.
Oh, you too. I heard you're here as guests of House of the Hearth. Welcome.
It's so good to see him in a quest again.
We were just going to make some food. Why don't you come along? I could use some help in the kitchen, and I seem to remember you mentioning you wanted to make seafood soup for the traveler in Paimon.
Seafood soup? Oh, Paimon is drooling already.
That does sound really good.
Were you looking for something just now, Fremine? Maybe I can help.
It's nothing. I just wanted to see if there were any extra supplies.
Yeah, we've got some left over. What do you need?
Some food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water...
What does he need it for?
Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware.
Did he find
You were
someone
just
washed
going
up
to
on
come meet
shore?
with us. So what's this all about?
I thought I'd grab an extra portion.
Is he like hiding a
because
child
I
in
get
his room?
hungry at night. Could be because
Oh, he's hiding the ghost. That's
Do you
it.
remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work. Tell me what's going on. Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some space.
Fermine's got freckles. I know, isn't it adorable? He's so cute.
This is the first time I've seen.
I
that
think
kind
he
of
has the
look on your
ghost in his
face.
room.
Whatever happened, does it have something to do with Father?
yes. Just follow me.
Maybe Fremine is the ghost. Find out what Fremine is hiding. I love doing this, playing as Farina. It's very meta. Where am I? I suppose I should keep going up. Oh, hi, kitty. Is it in here? No. Is it up here? No. Down? Look for the objective in this area. Definitely not behind here. Ah, get down, Farina. Oh, down here. Is it her?
You're back. Oh, and you've brought some friends with you this time.
Eh?
Hello, my name's Linny. I grew up.
Who
in the
is
House
this?
of the
Who is
Hearth.
this child?
Hi, Linny. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth, just like you.
She looks like a Pokemon trainer. Who is this? Who is this child?
You can call me Claire V.
Claire V. She sounds like a Pokemon name. She has a Pokemon name and she looks like a Pokemon trainer. Who is this?
Claire V?
It's nice to meet you. Does that name ring any bells, Linny?
I told you Fremine knew the ghost. Oh my gosh, I knew it. So predictable.
No, not at all. That's not a name we have on our roster, I'm sure of it. What I'm not sure of, though, is how she managed to sneak in. She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Fremine.
I knew it.
You, haven't told Father, have you?
No, I haven't told anyone. I've just been keeping her hidden.
It's his hidden Pokemon.
For how long?
About half a month now.
Fremine, you cannot just hide children whenever you want. It is not good to sneak children into a tent, okay?
So ever since we got to Poisson, then, do you have any idea what you're doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find.
And if Father...
Father finds out about this, everyone involved is going to be punished. You know the rules of the house, Fremine. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal. So why are you doing this?
I've thought it through. And I just can't hand her over like that. Linny, don't you remember
Look at her.
last year?
What is she doing?
Chaplo nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking effect.
Aww.
And not a single person was there to help him.
Wow, Fremine is so sweet. He actually cares.
That night,
He's not
while I was
brainwashed.
sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him. I opened my eyes, but I couldn't find the source of the voice. I thought maybe I was just hearing things, but I went to look for him anyway. Luckily, I got there with enough time to save his life.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn between, like, Fremine. You cannot steal children and hide them. But also at the same time, Fremine, that's very nice that you didn't turn her in. But also, you kind of can't just hide children, like, in a tent in Poisson, you know? I feel like there's limits. So, I don't, yeah, I mean, go Fremine with a question mark?
That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices, it's happened many times in the House of the Hearth. I'm sure you've noticed.
So what you're saying is, that was her? She was the one who spoke to you that night?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth, I don't think there's any other possibility. If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have acted without a second thought, because that's what Father ordered us to do.
You like Arlecchino's design. I like her design too. But so far we have Mystery Ghost Pokemon Child, a Fremine the Mild Kidnapper, Big Brother, TM, me, and Paimon.
But she's been living with us.
That's where we are
helping
so
us in
far.
the shadows all this time. I
Oh,
couldn't
I
just
cut him
hand
off.
her over to be dealt with. Not when there's so much we still don't know.
So what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever. Someone is bound to find out eventually.
I haven't thought that far yet. I don't want to disobey an order from Father, but I also don't want to put Clairvy in danger.
Clairvy. Big Brother TM.
Come with me. There are a couple things I'd like to say to you in private.
Oh, he's gonna beat him up. I don't know why Arlecchino is not in her story quest
Those
more.
two sure care a lot about each other.
Hi, Pokemon girl.
Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where Paimon was floating, it sure seemed like they were about to bite each other's heads off. No way. They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away, because I also have a friend like that. I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last.
What do you mean?
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Linny.
Huh.
I really didn't mean to drag anyone else into this.
Oh really? You didn't mean to? Because
Hi.
I for one wish you did.
Huh?
I don't know
What
why,
do you
like,
mean?
Arlecchino is not in her own story quest more. Like, so far it's just Linny and Fremine and the Pokemon Ghost Girl. Like, where is she?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by Father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest. Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Linny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremine, We've stood
I was
by
like,
each
where's
other
he
for
going
all
with
these
this?
years now, and to me, that means more than blood.
Okay. He had a weird startup, but we got there.
You and Lynette are the most important people in my life. No one can replace you. So
Oh, looks
Oh,
like
I
things
cut
are
him
getting
off.
kind of heated between Linny and Fremine. Maybe we should go check on them. Oh, it's raining. I should put my clothes away.
No, keep your clothes on, child. Hello, Fremine, come get your child. Please take your child away,
Hey,
Fremine.
you two. Hope we aren't interrupting anything. Like a fight, or... Oh, wait a minute, Fremine. You're not crying, are you? Is everything
Cry,
all right?
baby. Oh.
Everything's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I take it back. I love you, Fremine. I'm
Thanks
sorry.
for asking.
I didn't mean that.
Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together, so if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
it's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with. In fact, it might be better if your stay ended here.
Why are we so nosy? But sometimes having guests around can come in handy. No, I would be like, okay, sounds good. Bye. Yeah,
What are you getting
Arlecchino,
at,
like,
Caroline?
why are we not with her? Like, where is she? This is her quest.
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it?
Exactly.
Just... Thank you.
I think we should have stayed out of it and minded
I
our
was
own
really hoping
business.
to
But
keep
you
you
know
out.
what? If we want to be in it,
But
I
even
guess
if
we're
could
in
think
it.
of some other reason to turn you away, I'm not sure I could convince you. I know things could turn dangerous, so I promise you this. From now on, I'll protect you like my life depends on it.
Even if your father tries to kill me.
Me too.
Well, back to the matter at hand then. If we don't plan on handing Clairvy over to Father, then our only other option is to solve the mystery of her identity before Father is able to track her down. That means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then we can send her on her merry way and pretend like none of this ever happened.
Well, we saw Arlecchino at the beginning of the quest, which is weird. And then she was just like, I'm going to go figure this out. Bye. And I'm like, wait, this is her story quest. So why are we not seeing her more? For those who didn't hear earlier, listen to Paimon and tell me if she sounds different. I'm still trying to figure that out. So far, everybody seems to agree, but if you weren't here earlier, listen to Paimon and tell me if her voice is different this patch. Detective Paimon needs answers. Father went to get milk. No.
I've tried that already.
And?
And nothing. I tried taking her somewhere really far away, but after some time, she just reappeared.
I threw her off a cliff and then she appeared right next to me again.
She even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house is, she follows.
Doesn't she look like a Pokemon trainer? I'm sorry, I can't get over that. She's adorable, though.
I don't know much about spirits.
Call Hu Tao. Call Hu
Do you two
Tao.
have any ideas?
Let's see here. Paimon remembers hearing something like, if you fulfill a spirit's last wish before they died, they'll let go of whatever's keeping them here and return to the ley lines.
So when we fight ley lines, we're fighting spirits?
Oh, it's just that
Huh?
Paimon doesn't really remember where she heard that, so it's not guaranteed to work or anything.
Well, sounds like it's worth a shot. Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish. But first, Fremine, I need you to promise me something.
Don't fall in love with her.
What is it?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us. We're the masterminds behind this whole thing.
You
No
don't hear
one
much
else gets
difference,
involved.
but you started 2 days ago. Oh,
Can you do that for
no.
me?
I don't know. It's just like I said earlier, I saw a post and someone said she sounded different and everybody agreed. And I kind of agree that this patch specifically, she sounds different. I don't know. That's why I'm like, am I crazy or am I like gaslighting myself to like thinking it is different?
Of course.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids.
I knew it
Fist
wasn't
bump
just
on
you.
3.
Really?
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Punch each other in the face.
I swear.
Oh! The heck? Anime moment. Anime moment. I don't think it was the VA change because so what happened is in the original when Genshin first came out, Paimon had a deeper voice from the VA, and then for whatever reason she ended up changing it and she made her voice more high pitched, and everyone kind of hated it, and everyone said like 1.0 Genshin like Paimon was like voice was better, even though it was the same VA, but now it seems like they dialed it back, like the squeakiness. It's weird. It's like, I don't know why they're like low-key changing it, but...
Whoa!
Hi, Linny. Okay, this is not a good pose.
Lynette!
But
Linny
what a
Lynette.
surprise.
I meant hi,
What
Lynette.
brings
Whoop.
you here, dear sister?
Why does she look so mad? I love this face. I want to screenshot this face so bad.
And, when exactly did you get here?
Why is she so... I love this face. Look at her face. I love this. Look at this. She's not happy. I love it. I love angry. I love angry Lynette.
You're an idiot, brother.
Oh. Oh.
And you too, Fremine.
Hi, I'm doing pretty good. I'm actually really, really sleepy today. Which is why if I'm not as talkative, even though I'm yapping a lot, if I'm not as talkative, it's because I'm very sleepy. But I'm doing good. How are you guys? I love the pouty face too.
You 3, Traveler. And you 4, Paimon.
Why? I love her face, but why do I feel like it's like my mom about to yell at me?
Wait, what did we do?
What did we do?
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out you were just hiding her. I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Come join us.
If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father. Simple as that.
Wow, Lynette being a baddie.
You're not giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette.
Don't let her wiggle. Just accept it.
Well, I guess we're all in this together then. After we talk to Clairvy, we'll figure out our next move. There's no time to lose. Let's go.
Okay, let's talk to Clairvy. She a baddie. She knows she's a 10.
Thank you for bringing me this food, you guys.
She didn't even eat it.
She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
Oh, well, she can't actually eat.
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't
makes
seem
sense.
like Clairvy can interact with the physical world at all. Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while.
Holographic meat.
Maybe in her
She's
mind,
plankton.
she really is eating those things.
Wow, I wish I could do that. Just like in my mind, eat foods and then not have to actually eat it. Like, I wish I could look at a picture of like sushi and just like eat it in my mind.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer. My guess is that she's just as confused as we are. Or maybe she couldn't understand the question at all.
Clairvy, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Look at her staring at the food still.
Sure. Oh, another new friend. Hi, I'm Clairvy.
And then Lynette's gonna pull out a Glock.
Hello.
Honestly, I would kind of like that if I could just download food to my stomach and like you know, have it be whatever I want, that'd be kind of nice.
Clairvy, how did you join the House of the Hearth?
Huh? Isn't it the same for everybody? The knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
It's just that
Hmm.
your
That's
name,
scary.
it's not on the roster. And I've never seen you before.
The roster? Oh, I get it now. I think there might be some things you don't know about this place. The people in charge, they're not as nice as they look.
Hmm?
They say they keep a roster, but it's not complete. There are a lot of people who aren't on it, and never will be. In this house, some people are family, and other people are just test
What?
subjects. Those kinds of people aren't ever going to get a place on the roster, unless it's the roster of people who've been executed.
So, like, are they gonna find out that, like, their father is actually a bad person? Because, like, that's where it feels like it's going. Like, are they gonna realize, like, father actually is, like, considered a menace to, like, literally 99% of Tibet?
Wait, does that mean the knave... She...
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Bruh. He's like, can anyone prove it? Prove it, bruh. He really told this little girl, prove it.
Perry, she's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in this place.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
No.
Me neither.
Clairvy, Perry. Neither of those names are on
She's
the roster.
misunderstood, huh? Very, very misunderstood, I suppose. I can't believe Lenny really just said, prove it. Like, this child was like, they're murdering us and doing experiments on us. And he's like, yeah, well, where's your proof, child?
But it seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks bigger than mine. Maybe we should try a different approach. Clairvy, do you have a wish?
A wish?
It can be anything you want.
Wish?
Just imagine.
Teehee?
It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles, and your wish is...
What is she doing? Is she gonna, huh? Huh?
To go outside,
Yeet. Throw her outside.
where the sun can find me.
Great, drag her out.
That's it? Well, that sounds easy enough. The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
What does it mean? What does she mean by that? Things can't be this simple.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. Listen up. I've got a plan.
Oh, they're like underground, kind of, in Poisson.
I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight.
So if she goes in sunlight, is she gonna, like, disappear?
Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about, and see if her name is on it. Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairvy. I need you to collect intel on everything she's said and done.
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us? What should we do?
We should mind our own business.
I really appreciate your willingness to help.
That's
but
what I
This
think.
is a family matter. I don't want to drag you in too deep. It's too risky.
Honestly, I can't believe Lenny is a 5-star either.
Let me think. Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little while. You don't need to do anything except keep up some nice, casual conversation.
Oh, there we go. Now we're going back to Father.
You want us to distract her.
I'll give you a magic bird.
Oh,
If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it'll alert me that something's wrong.
great. I'm just going to keep a bird in my pocket, and if anything goes wrong, I'll just reach into my pocket, pull out the bird, throw the bird into the air without anybody noticing. Thank you. Yes, that
Of
is.
course,
Mhm.
that's only as a last resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's no need to make contact. We'll reconvene here tonight after all's said and done.
Where am I supposed to keep the bird?
If the worst case scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line.
Be careful.
You too. Okay, this is where we part. Father should be at the beach nearby.
Let's go get Father. I just want to know where the bird is supposed to go.
I really hope this goes well. No, it has to go well. That's the only way this can get resolved.
Keep the bird like up my skirt or something? I don't know. Like where? What am I supposed to do? Go to the seaside. Why is there no... I guess we're gonna glide down. It's kind of ironic using Farina for this, but like in a good way. I want to fix something real quick. Hold on. I just noticed my... Do I have any... Man, I have not cooked in a while. Wee! Look at the sea breeze. Look at them bullying each other. Oh, is this the grave where, what's her... Navia's... dad is? Hi. Arlecchino did nothing wrong. How could you say that? Oh. Hey? Is that our boy? Is that our boy? Hello? Have you noticed their outfits have like the same color scheme?
And child.
Father and child. Bruh. Why have I never noticed that?
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating? What are you still doing in Fontaine?
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect to run into you here.
Mr. Worldwide, truly.
I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya, and well...
Does he sound different, or is it just me? Father with child support. I
couldn't
love
have
that.
now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine. So, I mustered up all my strength and made the journey back on my own.
Why am I just noticing he has an earring? That's so like boy band of him. I love
What
it.
sort of unfinished business are we talking here?
Murder.
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I
Oh.
really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she had already left.
This quest literally has to do with everybody except Arlecchino. That's what I'm confused about, is why does her story quest have everything to do except with her?
I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
Oh, okay. So, have you found any clues?
Unfortunately, no. While the House
Look
of
at
the
those
Hearth
eyes.
is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence,
Wow.
certain existences can still manage to escape our purview.
I want to look at her more. That's why I'm so mad. Although her hair kind of looks like a seagull to me.
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then...
How tall is Child? This is...
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting better first.
The worst of it is over. It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. They didn't go down easy, let me tell you. Pain and chills all over. But they really did help speed up my recovery. And that's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me. He sent someone to tell me I'm needed for some sort of project.
Look at this hilichurl in the back. Do you see that? Or the samachurl, whatever, technically.
Project Stuja?
Oh. Hi. Look at that jawline. Shoo, shoo, shing, 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 shong. It's like the sound of a sword.
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regretter's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Hey, maybe you could think of a way for me to stay in Fontaine for a little longer. Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better.
Bruh, why does he always want to
To
fight?
see you go all out?
And what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a role to play in all this. I'll be leaving Fontaine shortly as well. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries, what a great honor. Wouldn't you agree?
I could never be friends with Child because he would want to fight all the time, and I honestly could not do that.
One I could do without, I'd say.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
Just casually trash-talking their colleagues behind their backs.
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do I owe the visit?
Oh, just hanging out.
Well, we just...
Wanted to learn more about
right.
you.
We're super close to Linny and the others, but we still don't know much about you.
Is that so? Introductions have already been made, have they not?
Oh, well, you see, there's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra, like, why do you call yourself father?
Oh, that's a good one. Why do you call yourself father?
Good question. I'd also like to know.
No, even Child doesn't know.
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success. And we can't have that. Now,
we
can
failed.
we?
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Oh, we learn anyways.
Wait, don't go!
I want to know. If the knave leaves right now, she's sure to run into Linny and Clairvy. Should I release the bird Linny gave us? No, we should try to get her talking about something else first. What does the organization mean to you?
I'd also like to hear the answer to
I
this.
love how Child is just standing there like, yeah, what about this? Yeah, like, Child, do you really not know anything? Like, are you that dumb?
I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually reminded me of Tonya and Tusser. Which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you?
Oh.
At least, that's what I heard.
Fight, 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 fight.
Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
The knave betrayed the House of the Hearth. So does that mean what Clairvy said was true? Does the knave really treat her children like test subjects?
Wait, did you really do something bad to those kids?
Well, see, this is a good way to get her to stay here.
Never mind what I've done.
Oh.
I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster had to say. Care to enlighten me?
Well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family.
I see.
Oh, based on your reaction, I'm guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue. Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved, but I don't intend to clear that up just yet. Prejudice has a funny way of concealing the real truth behind
So are you
certain
bad or are
things,
you good?
an
Just
attribute that I find
tell us.
to be quite advantageous. Call yourself a Fontanian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of things, when the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine? But then, why did you try to help out with the prophecy and everything?
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontanian of having any ulterior motives. Who wouldn't want to save their homeland after all?
But wouldn't someone have known that she's not from Fontaine? Like, wouldn't somebody have been like, well, she doesn't actually go here?
The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth.
There's a chest back here.
Well, you wanted extra information, didn't you? There you go. I hope that satisfied your curiosity.
So much for learning anything else about her betrayal. She probably only revealed the other secret in order to change the subject.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them. Apologies. Looks like I was holding on to some prejudices myself.
Mm-hmm. She definitely is keeping some info to herself, but I want to know what it is because, especially in the main quest, she did come off as like a good person, and I remember being like, "Wow, she's actually our friend. Like a Fatui Harbinger is our friend." But then now I'm like, "Wait a minute. I think maybe we were deceived a little."
Good. Like I said, I like it when others have misconceptions of me.
Actually, while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was something else that really caught my attention.
Wow, Child is really helping us without even knowing it.
The members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar, and the loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you ask me.
Bruh.
Also give them plenty of opportunities to hone their skills.
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so friendly. The losing party loses everything, including life.
They were that high stakes. At least that's not anymore.
Well, the current atmosphere is not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
Having a life around feels like a considerable invigorating scheming. Once Tonya and Tuser and their rebellious fate, sure you understand.
Aww.
Just imagine. Tuser being obsessed with plucking out strands from Mooster's mustache. Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
I love that.
Okay. I get the picture.
Okay, so now Child is talking about his siblings. But then he's buying us time. Who knew Child would be the one to help us?
Look at the time. I should probably get going.
Yeah, when you like kind of look at the subtext of what Arlecchino says, you kind of get the feeling of like, okay, maybe she doesn't have the best intentions. Oh, is the game audio not good? Hmm?
Traveler, Paimon, I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each other, we should definitely try and find some time to spar.
Hmm? Oh, it's better now. Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know. I had no idea. Ah, if it's better now, then that's okay. I had no idea. In my headphones, it sounded okay, but sometimes it goes wonky, and I don't know why it does that. Is it better now?
Again, maybe this is a conversation we can have when you look less like you're gonna kill over.
All right. Well, thanks for everything, Arlecchino.
Good. Thank you.
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say we can call ourselves even.
You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I feel like that's such a sore spot to talk about.
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you all some other time.
We should probably get going too. Do you want to head back with us?
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
Oh, well, you see,
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit.
Her hair
Some
looks like a
things to think
seagull
about.
wing, and I can't get over that.
Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight. I do hope you'll have a pleasant stay.
Oh, thank you. Very, very sweet of you.
we managed to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing Child was there to keep the conversation going. You don't think she suspected anything, do you?
No. Now let's go back to Poisson.
Oh, I wonder if Liddy ran into any issues.
Whee!
Let's hurry back and see how everything went.
I think she knows we're up to something. I definitely do. I don't know how she could not catch on to that. Like, how could she not realize that we're up to something? Because she was literally like, oh, you want me to go? Oh, you want me to do this? Ah, ha, ha, ha. Uh-oh, I don't see the Pokemon girl.
Winnie, how did everything go?
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue. Clairvy can't go into the sunlight.
She can't go into the sunlight. Does she, like, melt?
Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the surface just like I told her.
Mm-hmm.
But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished.
I knew it.
I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Push her, push her. Push her into the sun.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight. Or...
She's a League of Legends player.
Oh, if we were
Stop
really
it.
if that were the case. Well,
Push
we
her
could
into it.
always try pushing her into it.
I hate that I said the same thing as Paimon. Please.
Oh, true.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with you, Lynette?
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
Really? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look.
Didn't she look at the list? Can't she just tell us whether the name was on it or not? Do we have to look at it?
Oh, that's a lot of pages. It's
Oh,
gonna take
never
forever to
mind.
Get through it all.
We can each take a section. Here.
La Pouillade, Landois,
Landois.
Horaire.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, yikes. That Horaire guy has a huge scar on his face.
Oh.
He's kind of giving Paimon the creeps.
Ah, I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember him joking with me about it. He said any future lover would take one look at him and then lose all interest.
Did he say anything else?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation ended.
Oh.
It was only later
And then
that
he
I
was
learned
executed.
He did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but it didn't work. One day, Father asked to see him, and, well, I never saw him again after that.
Wait, so that means the knave,
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house.
Wow, that comes off a little brainwashed. Like, yeah, it's okay. Like, it's just a rule.
Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. So,
I mean,
if you do try to leave, you pay with your life.
I get it that you can't come and go as you please, but at the same time, like, you can't just be murdering people. Clairvy's name does not seem to be among
Her
them.
name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. It doesn't seem like this list is complete. It only contains records dating back around 5 years. Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything out? Fremine.
Sorry. I was thinking about something. I managed to talk to quite a few people.
Hi, boss. Nice
but
to
I
see
couldn't
you.
help but notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little strange.
Strange.
How are you? How are we doing today?
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past. Times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and Filial are a good example of that.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see how they might not get along.
So this
They have
this
very
story
different
quest is more so
vibes
about
and their,
Arlecchino, not so much with her in it, because
seem to be
dang,
pretty different as well.
we're getting a little bit of lore about her, but definitely she's not in this like at all.
That's to be expected, actually.
Father.
brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. But that's also where the similarities end. Not all of us feel the same desire to stay here. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot of people, that's an identity they never asked for.
I would not want to be considered part of the Fatui. I mean, being part of the House of the Hearth, I mean, that's one thing, but automatically be considered part of the Fatui.
Certain members get older.
I'm
and
thankful
realize
they're
they
not
want something
random
else for
NPCs.
themselves.
True.
But considering the rules of the house, most people would never say that out loud. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui.
Wow.
Filial and Nantoy, on the other hand, well, they aren't quite as enthusiastic.
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is in the dark about any of this.
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. Filial and the others.
Oh.
It seemed like
Fremine,
they were
are you gonna
meeting
be a
in secret to
snitch?
talk about something.
Genshin's going good. I preface this with, I mean, I am interested in the story quest and learning more about Arlecchino. However, a big reason I'm doing this is to save Primo gems for Sigewinnie. So this is kind of my way of saving for Sigewinnie as well, if I get Primos.
I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clairvy.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. But I wouldn't be
Darkness
surprised if
in
she
the
said
house.
something to them about the darkness in the house and how deep it runs. She's told me about it before.
Experiments on children.
Experiments being run on children. People being used as pawns on the battlefield without so much as the strength to survive.
And they just believed all that? Without any evidence?
Oh my gosh, Linny again. Like, literally every time someone's like, hey, dude, your father is like killing children and using them as pawns in battle. And he's like, proof? Proof? Prove it, bro. Like, Linny. Dude.
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for.
Ah.
Whether they actually believe them to be true is
Brainwashed.
secondary.
It's frustrating though. Like, at least be like maybe, or like let's think about this, or like, okay, let's like, you know, okay, let's see about this. Don't just be like proof. Like, what? That's wild.
This is all because of Project Stuja, isn't it?
What's Project Stuja?
Whoa. Hold on a second. What's this Project Stuja all about, huh? This is the second time it's come up now.
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together. Apparently, it has to do with the Fatui's strategic plan for the future. Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the honor of playing a key role in Project Stuja.
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
Key role is just another way of saying dangerous role. To us, the whole thing is an inconvenience. Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of funding. It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan, it's an honor in name only. What they're really trying to do is subdue us. The existence of an intelligence organization outside their control makes them feel uneasy.
It looks like the Fatui are plotting something big. But given how little Linny and the others seem to know about it, I probably won't be able to learn much. I should keep a sharp eye out during any future dealings with the Fatui to see what I can learn.
Okay, super complicated top secret Fatui business aside, what does all of this have to do with the conflicts you were talking about earlier? Paimon doesn't get the connection.
It External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't overlook the power of fear either. People are afraid of dying. And that fear is often the impetus for a lot of stupid decisions.
Yeah, brainwashed but not completely down for the Fatui stuff. Lenny definitely confuses me. I like kind of don't get Lenny. Because on one hand, he's like, this isn't good and there's internal strifes and I want to protect my family. But then on the other hand, he's like, who cares about the children? I'm just like, Liddy. Yes. Oh my God. I know. Thank God these are voiced. Honestly, I don't think my voice could handle. I'm a little eepy today, so I'm like, thank God these are voiced.
I thought resolving the Clervy situation would make everything go back to normal. But it looks like things are more complicated than I thought. If we leave Filiol and the others to their own devices, sooner or later, Father will be forced to take action.
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right.
Yes, brother.
Even if we confront Filiol and the others, it won't do any good. It might even make matters worse. We should focus on Clervy for now. Well, it's getting late. We should head back and get some rest.
I think I kind of know how this might end.
Try again. Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filiol and the others. Make sure
You know
don't
how
do
they
anything
said
they'll
that we
regret.
spar to settle disputes or whatever? I have a feeling that we're going to fight Father because of us hiding the ghost.
Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, Lenny. Good night, Lenny. Rest.
Hey, you don't think the knave will be too angry with Linny and everyone if she finds out about all this, do you? She's even scary when she smiles.
Oh.
If she were to actually get angry... Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler?
I'm also afraid of her.
Oh, well, in that case,
there goes
we
our
should
girl.
just plan on running away. We'll grab Linny and the others and we can make a break for it as fast as we can. Look! Look over there!
Clervy?
Quick! Let's catch up with her before anyone sees.
She's up there. I suppose I have to go this way. Ah! That's the thing about Poisson is I'm just like, which way am I supposed to go? Run, Farina, run! Go get her, Farina.
Over there!
Run, let me run. Dang it. She disappeared. Where'd she go? Up here?
Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast.
Should I teleport? Oh, they got it. I was like, should I teleport to that waypoint and get ahead of her? She's coming outside?
Look, she stopped.
Oh? To see the sunrise, perhaps?
Clearvy! Shh. I opened the window while no one was looking. Look how pretty the outside is.
Well, there's no sunshine. Window?
If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting. It's better to dream of what I could have than try to make it a reality, right? Please, help us get on the same page here, Clary. We need you to tell us what you know. Can you do that? Sure. Although, after you hear all this, I think you might regret that decision.
How many Primo gems do I need for Sigewinnie? Oh, well, I just got Arlecchino. which means that I have a 50-50 chance and pity is at 100. So I need, every pull is 160, I think. So 160 times 100 times possibly 200. A lot. Many. Am I gonna be able to save up in time? Probably not. Am I gonna have to buy some? Maybe. But
Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool.
only.
Something to be used and exploited. We're all expendable, including me.
This poor girl.
As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value, and you're handed over to the doctor, experimented on, and given a fate worse than death.
Oh.
I've seen it happen again and again, and I've had enough. You're saying the knave did all that? It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it seems like even she has lines she wouldn't cross. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Yeah, don't pull a Linny. Believe her.
Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother.
She's not a mother. She's father.
Mother? But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if I had things my way, I'd never see her again. If only Perry were here, she'd understand. Perry. There's that name again. Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling. It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually talking to us or if she's mistaken us for someone else.
Oh, that's a good point. Because she referred to father as mother, unless maybe she's from the past and the knave used to go by mother but now goes by father? I don't know.
Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to. We should keep her company for a little longer. She looks so young. But it seems like she's
the
been
window.
through a lot.
What does that mean?
It's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, you can see the aurora. It's supposed to be super pretty. Even prettier than the moon tonight.
I'd love to see it.
Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together. But I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her a lot.
That's so scary. Did the knave used to be called Mother? Or is it someone else?
I should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me, and I'm too scared to face her. What should I do?
Stare at the moon? I don't know. She gives a weak smile and leaves on her own.
Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her. Well, let's head back. We've got an early morning tomorrow.
Possibly replaying the night before she died? That's a good theory.
All right, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the plan.
I have a question.
Oh? What is it?
Have the knave and the doctor ever worked together?
What makes you ask that?
Linny, just answer the question.
Well, we kind of
Oh my god.
last night, and that's what she told us.
Linny is so sus. Linny is sus. Can we just agree on that?
We met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous, and he's done all sorts of bad things.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think Father would work with him. We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set the stage for a successful partnership. I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth.
So suspicious. Like, why is he... Like, every time we ask him a question, he's like, why do you want to know? Or, show me proof. Like, Lenny. My boy.
Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one. It had to do with some sort of secret experiment.
Secret experiment?
He has trust issues, and he's sussy.
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The doctor only proposed a direction for the research. That was the extent of his involvement. I still don't think that counts as working together. The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. That doesn't seem to be the case with the situation Clairvy referred to. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am asking you to trust us on this. The House of the Hearth
I
has
suppose
its
we'll
own
believe him
principles.
on this for
There
now.
are certain lines we're not willing to cross.
Alright, that's good to hear at least. Clairvy seems to think the knave and the doctor worked together to do something horrible. If that turned out to
That's
be true,
true.
Paimon doesn't know how he would
It's
even
kind of like
fix the
she's
cause.
using her kids to pass along info, or like telling them like, oh, it was really like this, so that way they think that and tell other people that.
It's just that it doesn't seem like Clairvy is lying either.
I don't think we can deny that the knave told them certain things for them to believe.
The easiest thing to do would be just ask the knave directly, but Paimon doesn't think she'd tell us.
Let's focus on the plan for now.
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on you to
Bruh's
distract
still
her.
watching the ocean.
Lynette, you're with me. Fremine, all right.
Let's get to it. Okay. Ah. She's really been here by the ocean all night. She probably smells really bad. Confirmed. The knave smells bad. Farina could not relate. Farina smells good. The knave, on the other hand, definitely smells bad. Control the... Yeah. If she's going to let something slip, quote unquote, it was intentional. Also, this little Sama troll over there. I'll just let him vibe. He's out there. Vibing. Still out here, Stinky?
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
A little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles.
Yes, I will just stop thinking.
So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss before I ask any questions? Although I must profess to being curious. Without child here, how do you plan on distracting me?
Us? Distract you? A good one. But no, we were just here for a chat.
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. If you don't have any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere?
She's gonna
Don't worry.
execute us.
I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
So you know everything then.
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be very patient. Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia.
Do we release the bird?
Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along. If only for your friends' sakes.
Where is the bird?
What should we do?
Where is the bird? Is it in here? Do I pull a bird out from my bosom? Can someone tell me where she's hiding the bird?
She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a
We should
strange
release the
thing. She
pigeon
was
that Lenny
only
gave
just
us.
Now.
Where's she gonna pull? Where did that come from?
Oh, good idea. Hopefully he sees it in time. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up. Based on what the knave was saying just now, it sure didn't seem like it'd be anything good.
We really don't have any other
Okay, then we
options.
probably
Where did the bird come from? Somebody tell me. Tell me. Where did we get that bird from? Magically appeared out of thin air. Did we get it from under our skirt? Was it from our bosom? Was it from my armpit? Where were we keeping birds in a cage? Where were we keeping this bird? This is important information.
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy some pleasant conversation while we wait.
Yes, father.
I'm glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is necessary for a child's development.
She talks about them like they're like 5 years old. I don't get it. Like, you know, they're like adults.
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
I assume you're referring to Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine.
Mm-hmm.
Although, there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. It appears quite a few people have been acting out lately. No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. There are no exceptions.
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh.
Bruh.
Are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel something for them.
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception. You could say our principles are more stringent than most. Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, you two will not be held accountable along with them.
There's really no other way to solve this issue. They're gonna fight.
I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives. As for Filial, Nentoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out alive.
She's so father. I mean, you can't call her mommy, I guess, or mother, but she's so father.
But that's awful.
Ah, you seem concerned. Out of consideration for my guests, I suppose I could turn a blind eye for a little longer. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish them for something I couldn't prove. If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe.
It's a deal then.
Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you.
Bruh.
Do try and keep better track of it next
Bruh.
time. It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it
She took our bird.
permanently.
What's wrong with her?
Wait, where did you get that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. Now, for the matter at hand. I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will always be time later to run off and tell Linny what you've learned. Well, time to go. Looks like we wrapped things up just in time.
Dispose of Clairvy. Follow the knave and complete the negotiations. Why do I have to negotiate? I'm not good at negotiations. Okay. I should follow the yellow line. Let's see who's in here. Is anyone good in here? Nouvellette. 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 It's Daddy Nouvellette. Oh, heck yes.
It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Oh, heck yes.
I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with an efficiency worthy of admiration.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect.
Daddy Nouvellette.
Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis. I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may inquire as to the purpose of your visit.
Yeah, we want to inquire too.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is that it? Uh-huh. It's so quiet.
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette, so allow me to use water as an analogy. A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean. Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless.
Why'd she look at us when she said that?
The water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation. Or perhaps the glass of a certain water-tasting enthusiast.
Neuvillette being a water-tasting enthusiast. So me.
Did you get any of that, Traveler?
Not really.
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
That's true. Tell him, Neuvillette.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's strained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
He's our water connoisseur.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on that?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine.
You're getting deja vu because in the Fontaine quest, basically we were in the same room. And this is kind of where I don't think this is where we met the knave. Maybe it is. But this is pretty much where she popped up in the main quest.
And, unless absolutely
But we were with
necessary,
Farina.
I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Tartuffe?
Ooh.
Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing.
Wow, she's kind of just like Linny. She's like, proof? Proof?
Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I'm inclined to accept your proposal.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur.
It is a very familiar scene. It is.
Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do hope I get the chance to hear your impressions. Perhaps at our next meeting, yes?
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon. Time to go.
Learning that Neuvillette likes water tasting honestly makes me so happy. I don't know why. I just absolutely love that. Let me just, real quick, let me just give a little. Mwah. Thank you. Okay, bye. Bye, Neuvillette. I love you. I'll see you later. I just had to give him a little goodbye kiss. A little goodbye kiss. I would love to go water tasting with Neuvillette.
What exactly were you talking about back there? Paimon only I heard you mention some rivers, a large body of water, and then some kind of irrigation scheme.
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more pressing concerns at the moment.
Lenny, Paimon really hopes everything's going okay. Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you, Traveler?
Well, don't tell her I'm thinking. She seems to be relaxed, but didn't seem to be joking earlier when she said those who betray the organization must pay with their lives. I think she's serious about punishing those kids. How should we stop her? No, there's something we should figure out first. She mentioned Clervy's name. Does that mean she knew where Clervy was this entire time? Maybe she anticipated how Linny and the others were going to act.
Oh, shoot. Are you alright? Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers, I wasn't looking where I was going.
My bad.
Well, let me make it up to you at least. Here, take this paper. On the house.
He looks kind of familiar. He looks like that kid.
Oh, you don't have to give us anything.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm short on supply. All the extras will be useless come tomorrow anyway. It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew.
It's the Scar dude.
I haven't had my
Ah.
papers today, so I'm still swimming in papers.
What's going on here?
Oh. Hi,
Nothing
Father.
much. I just ran into your friend here on accident. I should probably get going, actually, so...
Hold on.
Hey.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with mora, it's just... I don't have any on me at the moment.
I'll take 3 papers. Here. Your payment.
Oh! Thank you for your patronage. May the Archons bless you with good fortune. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory.
Just give us the
right?
newspapers, bruh.
I'm getting married soon, so...
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to
Was he the
Poisson.
Scar guy? I don't know if
We
he was
even
the Scar
acquired
guy, but
some
he
light
looked like the
reading to
kid's
enjoy
dad.
along the way.
The green-haired kid's dad, the one who killed animals.
Why don't we stick around for a little longer? Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
Trying to buy us more time.
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in your favor. I'm sorry to ruin your fantasy, but your efforts are meaningless. That being said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. I just have one condition. If you agree to my request, I'll
We
even
have to
answer some
fight.
of your
Wait, we're gonna
questions.
fight.
You're quite curious about Clervy, are you not? And my relationship to her.
Wait, why are you being so generous all of a sudden? You're not gonna ask us to do something bad, are you?
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
Then what can you possibly...
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want.
Your condition, let's hear
Demands
it.
and threat. Wonderful. Here it is.
Oh.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Okay, so we're gonna have to be making a hard decision.
Okay, sounds normal enough. But what do you mean, when the time comes? When is that supposed to be?
Hi, I'm good. Little sleepy, but I'm doing good. I'm enjoying the quest so far. How are you?
That is for you to decide.
For me to decide. We accept your condition.
Then we have a deal. Follow me.
Oh, okay. Follow father. Is she gonna make us fight her? Where is she? Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Uh-huh. Into the nameless ruins. She's gonna make us fight. I don't know if I'm ready to fight her. I don't know what's gonna happen. I feel like a mountain goat. Wait, why am I red zone? Why am I red zone on the map? Oh, is there a boundary right there? Right here? Oh, there is a boundary right there. That's lame. Wait, what?
How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
How is there a mission? Wait, what? Oh, it's down there. I was like, how is there a mission? But this is...
The water. How about we explore
Okay. My bad. Hi. Stop.
the area ahead of us later?
Well, how...
The sun feels almost as hot as those studio lights I'm in front of all the time.
Like, how am I supposed to...
Good thing there can only be one sun.
Frina, get down from there. She's gonna murder us.
What is this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building. Now it's nothing more than a pile of rubble. No one comes here anymore, nor does anyone care about what once happened here. Although, this place does have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you. It was before I became a harbinger, and before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother. And this is where it all happened.
Okay. So, she did kill her. And her mom. Wow. Genshin really did not hold back in this quest. Basically, they were like, this kid is a sociopath and, like, kills animals for fun. And now they're like, yeah, she killed this girl and her mother. Who cares?
You were the one that killed Clairvy?
Why?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning. Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children. Crucibina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clairvy's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the house.
Oh, so she was mother. Her mom was mother.
Clairvy was happy here, for a time. But she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy tale at all. It was a kind of purgatory.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Teyvat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge. Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title.
What? That is so messed up.
It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
That's horrible. What?
So those were the experiments Clairvy was talking about. But what actually happened to her? You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clairvy tried to convince her to stop what she was doing, Crucibina probably would have listened, right?
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she treated all her children equally. Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina had created.
Wow. So basically, she like abandoned her own daughter in a way. She was like, I'm going to treat everybody equal, including my own daughter, and treat her like less. I mean, it's just weird. It really is like, it's just weird.
Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruere.
Perry.
Wait, the friend that Clairvy mentioned?
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now. Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit.
Oh.
Peruere, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded.
Oh my god. Look how adorable though. Can we just like take a minute and like from how horrible this is to see how cute this is? Like she's adorable. She looks like a baby seagull.
Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clairvy longed for freedom, Peruere was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Peruere that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that kept her going was her strength of will. Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Peruere would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day that light simply vanished.
Oh no. What happened?
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Peruere weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever. It was during this time that Peruere suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne?
That is her real mother.
Mother herself.
So basically, oh, well, not Peruere, but the pink-haired girl.
Clairvy
rejected
that proposal.
Clairvy would have to
She
kill her own
claimed
mom.
that as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success. Clairvy never gave another reason, but Peruere could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother.
Wow.
Killing her own flesh and blood was a line she couldn't bring herself to cross.
That is insane.
If she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained.
Death.
Precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be free. It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Peruere. The very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, Clairvy decided to let Peruere end her life. From that moment on, Peruere's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across her path to success. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end.
That is so horrible.
She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was.
Killing the person at the very top?
Sabina, you mean? But...
Correct. This is the place where Peruware killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared.
Oh my gosh.
The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Only those who survive get to write the rules. Peruware won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name. Arlecchino.
Arlecchino.
So the Harry Clairvy was talking about... It was you all along. You're Peruware. Arlecchino is just a name you got later.
Wow, so she killed her and the girl's mother.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity.
Oh.
Not only as Arlecchino,
That's why she goes by father.
but as father.
Ah, so she didn't want to be known as Mother because Mother was pretty awful and she had horrible memories and had to kill her, which is why she now wants to be known as Father.
And that
Wow.
is where the story ends. Any more questions?
The Clairvy we met, who is she?
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clairvy wasn't a little kid when she was killed. So the Clairvy we met... Was she really a spirit at all?
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like
The
ashes to a
PTSD.
fire.
Whoa.
Something left over in the wake of
Why do I
blaze
feel
and
kind of
ruin.
bad for Arlecchino now? I kind of feel bad for her, but also like, I'm like slowly winning back to her side again.
You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume. Of course, the chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clairvy is a very special case. Clairvy died when she was 16 years old, but what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of
Wow.
your memories will
That's
alter
horrible.
your sense of self. Lose 10 years' worth, however, and it would be like living in the past.
That
Like returning to a version of yourself that never grew up.
that's like what makes her such, I think, a complex character though, like for real, because I don't like that she's part of the Fatui. I like the Fatui is not a good organization. However, like when you look at her backstory, you sympathize with what happened and how much she suffered and that she killed, her friend, her childhood friend, basically out of necessity. And then you feel bad for her. And then you're like, well, she did help Fontaine, but she kind of did it for her own benefit in a way. So I don't know. It's just like, she's just one of those characters where like, I just keep going back and forth, back and forth. Do I love her? Do I hate her? I don't know.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is someone trapped in time. It may seem
Yeah, there's
like
no
she
right or
exists with
wong,
us in the
so
present,
us
but
too.
she truly lives in the confines
I have
of her
no
own
idea if she's
past.
good or bad.
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clairvy for a long time.
Indeed. She's a rather volatile and unstable entity. Sometimes she would look after the children. She's even saved some of their lives. But other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who will listen. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time. Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight. They failed, yes? The reason is actually quite simple. In Clairvy's mind, the house is impossible to escape. And it is this
Wow.
very perception that traps her there. But no matter.
Kill her
All I
again.
have to do is kill her again, and
Bro.
all will be resolved. I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash will be left behind this time.
Wait! Paimon can understand why you might want her gone, but isn't there another way? So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend! At least talk to her first!
I mean, I kind of understand. It's like, you know, put her out of her ghost misery and like let her
It's too late for
move
that.
on.
She broke the rules, and now she
Bruh,
must
stop
be
with the
punished.
rules.
That goes for Filial and Nantoy as well. She's had quite the effect on them. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without question is a trait we both share. Because that is how a household should be run.
What a strict father.
Is this really what you want to do?
Eh? I talk?
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Wow, the VA got $10 for that.
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here by nightfall. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I gave your friends quite a bit more time.
Like
As
mother,
for
like
what
daughter.
happens now,
Like mother, like father.
we'll just have to wait and see.
I can't believe we spoke. VA made bank that day.
Here they are, Father.
Oh, you gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a first for me. Lenny!
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time, but I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Huh? Are you... Perry?
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
Oh, now they're gonna meet and fight.
Perry!
Shh, stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone
Oh.
our reunion, but first, I believe certain scores need settling.
She's gonna
Father,
murder her.
Let me explain.
Again.
Out of my way.
Father!
Slap
You
him.
chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that, you must be punished. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing
Slap
is
him,
hardly
slap
the most
him.
egregious of the bunch.
Slap him.
So I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
By traitors? Do you mean us?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to.
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Yes, Father. Secret Midnight Meeting number 3. Participants, Filial, Nantoy, Sato, Toddy. Nantoy clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one who took us in. Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal person. Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
Professional snitch. Execute him.
You're lying. Fultz is trying to frame us.
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clairvy. You were using all those things Clairvy brought up as an excuse to question Father. We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it. That's what you said, wasn't it?
You little. You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on.
Fight.
Let's
Let
hear
them
it
fight
then.
it out.
What?
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our family.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do, Filiol. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives.
Everyone
It's not
start
like it's never
fighting.
happened before.
Let's start a mob.
That kind of thing is hard to forget. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings. A lot of the things you talked about really crossed the line.
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all in one place. You've had this planned all along.
Filial, Nantoy, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Clairvy too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, I wouldn't be standing here today. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness, even if it cost me my life. But
Rules are rules.
Rules are
Too
rules.
bad. Sorry. Bye.
I'm sorry.
Why? Why?
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake, and we should own up to it. We broke the rules, plain and simple. And now we have to face the consequences. I'm sorry, Chaplot. Fultz. I'm sorry, Father. We accept our punishment.
Chaplot, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these traitors be punished?
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
Is she really gonna?
And so it shall be.
Bruh, that little snitch kid. Oh, I would be fighting him.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say, Linny?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did, does it really count as betrayal? We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like.
Isn't that the Waffle House slogan? It's not a house, it's a home. It's a waffle home.
I'm not saying I have all the answers.
Just saying.
All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So please, Father, please reconsider.
I agree with Linny.
She's gonna kill all of you.
Father, please.
Fremine. She gonna rip all your heads off.
I also agree with Linny.
An order once given cannot be rescinded. However, given the extent of your
There we go.
determination,
Here's the
I
fight.
suppose we shall have to go about this a different way. Draw your weapons and face me.
Our weapons?
Father, are you referring to a duel?
Precisely.
Oh,
The
here we
rules
go.
of the
Here we go.
house
Here we
will
go.
not be altered. Traitors must be punished. However,
And here I'm gonna be like, oh, let me
resolving
do it.
disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Wait. Bede. Father in a duel?
Impossible. Father is way too strong, even for Linny.
I'll do it. Oh! He's got his card out.
Did you hear that, Traveler? Linny and the others have to duel the knave. What should we do? Can they really win something like that? If they lose, those people from the house are really gonna be executed. Hey, are you listening?
Oh, here we go.
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
She never actually answered my question. But that makes the answer pretty obvious, doesn't it?
Oh, Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess that means there's no chance she's throwing the duel on purpose, huh?
There's no way the knave will lose on purpose, although...
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation.
So we're gonna do the fight. We're gonna do the fight is what it...
Wrong, Traveler! Where are you going?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna do it. Come on.
Traveler?
Yeah! I'd like to see for myself what the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers can do! Yeah!
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
Bruh. If that's okay.
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less.
Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. Here we go. Okay. Should I have changed my lineup? I don't think so. I think I'm good against Pyro. Okay. Okay.
Is it my turn now?
Oh. I got this. Do I got this?
Is it my turn now?
Oh, look, we have the audience over here. That's actually kind of cool.
Embrace the ice.
Oh man, she.
I will not
Now
stand
that's
for this.
more like it.
Are you alright?
With these rising flames.
Oh, she got me. Okay.
Let the world collide.
Now I'm playing the game. Oh man.
If I really have to draw my blade, then...
With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise.
After clearing the bond of life, what's the bond of life? What's the bond of life?
Now's our chance.
Oh, now's our chance.
How amazing.
What is the bond of life? What am I supposed to... Use those iframes. Over here. Okay. Do your thing, girl.
May I present?
Is it my turn now?
The wind knows me.
If I really have to clear the bond of life. What is the bond of life? What is she talking about?
Like a fly tangled in a web.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Oh.
Spare your energy. Running is
Oh.
with these
Dodge that.
rising flames. Now's our chance.
Now is not our... Now's our chance?
Is it my turn now?
Coming to art. Silencio.
Let's get my little bubble buddies.
Hang in there.
Where is she? I can't see anything. You brought a lore accurate team. I mean, lore accurate over everything. Am I right or am I right?
You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all.
Oh, I am a worthy. Try to pace yourself. Where'd she go? Why does she keep running away? Where is she? Oh, she angry. Oh. Bruh! Okay, I can do this. What?
This has been seared away.
That is...
My blade is all that remains.
Strike a pose.
Okay, Farina, now's not the time to be cute. Phase 2. I need the healing.
Now's our chance.
Over here.
Okay. I want my healing.
To oblivion.
Let me heal.
One with nature. Watch out for Father's movements. Look out!
Let's see how strong your resolve truly is.
Oh, brilliant.
I don't have resolve. Should I change my... There. Bruh. Now's our chance. This is giving me PSO vibes. Why does this remind me of PSO? Come on, Raiden. Raiden, come on.
Watch out for Father's movements. Look out!
Oh my gosh. Who am I healing? Why is my healing food like not healing who I have?
Over here.
It's healing Kazuha. Why? Dark Falls father. Oh, slice her face off. Ooh. I like the battle scene. Huh. Whoa, Fremine! My boy.
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Stab her back. Oh no!
I know. No! I'm sorry, Father!
Ooh! This is so anime. I know. Bruh. Traveler, stab her while she's occupied.
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
Stab her back. Stab her back. Rah!
Father, no!
All that with a dull blade.
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
Oh, why is her voice like tingling? Ooh. Huh? Bruh, phase 3. Bruh.
I can't move.
What is she doing? Uh-oh.
Still, not strong enough to beat me.
She has the Riz voice. Not strong enough? Bro, if she's only the second Fatui, like, Harbinger we're meeting, like, imagine the rest of them. Has she calmed down? Are we less angry?
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all.
She is.
Want things to get
She has like 5 phases, my god.
Brother, are you all right?
Linny.
Given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed, the punishment stands.
No.
I never thought things would end like this.
However, Everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this, I'm prepared to change the method of execution. Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping.
Are they gonna drink the flames?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe. I didn't lose a single one.
Wonderful. Then, in just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be burned away.
Bruh, okay. Well, happy ending?
If you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth, and will be expelled from the organization. In other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house, and give you a new identity.
Ah, so he was from the executions list. You guys were right. So that means the young man I thought looked familiar, the one selling newspapers outside the Palace Marmonia, he must have been the same horror we saw on the list of executions. He wasn't killed at all. Factory reset her.
Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will...
I wonder who
alter your
else was
sense of self.
part of the house but then lost their memory. So she does consider it part of killing. It must be better than actually ending their lives.
So, you're just letting us go, Father?
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survives will be nothing but a stranger.
That's brutal.
Even so, I won't have to live in fear anymore. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, Filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver.
Of course. I'll remember.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Foltz, Elwar. Take them back to Poisson. And bring Linny and the others as well. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them, the choice is yours.
I don't think they would take them.
Children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
Father.
Aww.
Let's go.
I guess it's a little sad.
Here, grab my arm, Linny. I'll help you walk back.
Thank you.
Claire V.
Oh yeah, we still have to kill her. Or not? Or yes? No? Fade to black? No. Yes. Okay.
Can we talk now? I've been waiting for a super long time. You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up? Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming? What a long dream.
Neither. You died, Claire V. That's what happened.
No. That's gotta be brutal to tell one of your, like, childhood friends that, like, her ghost, like, you died.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. She's done speechless.
If this is really Clervy's younger self, then I would say she's probably had enough lies.
Oh. Okay then. Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that? Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry, that means Mother is gone, isn't she? Can you tell me about it? I want to know what happened to her. And to me.
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you.
That's really sad.
You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky. You wanted to see the aurora, so one night we promised each other we would go to Snezhnaya to see it together. Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make an example of you by slowly torturing you over time.
Oh, of course.
The other children would know what happens to
This was a
traitors.
good story quest. I gotta say, like, Chiori's story quest was good, but I really do think it was lacking for me.
Still,
This one
you
was a
never
lot
gave up.
better.
Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after
I feel a lot
ruthless
more
duel, she would be able to crown an
satisfied with
ultimate
this one.
victor among the children she raised. But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. Your efforts may have only delayed the inevitable, but still. You gave them hope. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me. On that gloomy day, you told me, for the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly possess is the freedom to choose to die.
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down, but somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. And I always hoped that person would be you. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice.
What a nice childhood
Even
friend.
when I first met you, I knew you'd be able to do what I couldn't.
Is that so? Even now, I'm not sure I truly understand what kind of freedom you were trying to pursue. But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. The freedom to choose their own fate. It's something I discussed with the Eudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization. In return,
Well, she's
they
actually
will be
kind of
allowed to
nice.
live a normal life in Fontaine without being prosecuted for their past. Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it. Only freedom that is earned has true value.
That's more than enough. That's exactly the kind of life I was fighting for. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king. And a really great father, too.
She isn't fully bad, but it's hard because, like, she'll do this and then she'll do something, like, crazy. And then I feel like, oh, maybe she is bad again.
I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
I mean, you're outside right now. Just look around.
Well, it just
Good
so
enough.
happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places.
I want to know what her necklace
Perhaps
is. Why does she have this big
would be
necklace?
willing to tell you what the outside world is like.
Oh, sure.
Really? Of course! We've traveled all over the place. We've got so many stories, we could probably talk your ears off for 3 days straight.
Oh my gosh. Should we talk about Mondstadt, Liyue, Inazuma, Sumeru?
You know, I used to dream of being a bard, playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. Ah, that's where Mora comes from. I I never knew that before. If I had some more, I would buy 3 new dresses. One for me, one for Perry.
Oh, I want to
and
see
one
her
for
in a new
Mother.
dress.
It's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, well, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either. I guess I'd just have to keep them all for me then. I could wear a different one every day.
Okay, let's tell her. Let's talk about Hydro. We come to Fontaine, the nation she once called home.
The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime, and they were going to have to stand trial at the Opera Epicles. Oh no, that must have been hard for all of you. What happened next? Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super quickly. Thanks to
The stupid glasses.
How'd you do that? Come on, tell me. Okay, so it was like this. After the failed magic show, we rushed to the scene.
So she's listening to Paimon's story about her time. She seems really happy, like all her troubles have been forgotten. Maybe this is the first time she's ever been truly able to truly relax, but not sure how long this moment could last.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information
so it's like Chi-Chi.
is quickly forgotten over time.
She'll probably forget everything we told her. So we're gonna kill her. The sun has risen.
Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly
Oh,
from
here
the
we go.
shadows to overthrow the House
Cutscene.
of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well?
Oh.
Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me.
Oh.
Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Parallare. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Oh. That's sad. Sad.
Clairvy,
Rip.
she left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
Rest in power, Clairvy.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures. But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye. Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new day.
Oh, I kind of like that quote. Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new day. I like that.
Father?
It's Linny! Hey, Linny! What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
Oh, she's sad.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered. Filial and the others have left the house.
And you? What have you decided?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But we never wanted to leave the house. It's the only home we've ever known. Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été.
Bouffe d'été.
I decided to come back and tell you where we stood.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps
Oh.
and become the next king of the house. Yet you seem to have different ideas. I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is a heavy responsibility, one not so easily carried by someone forced onto the throne.
I just never understood what you saw in me. What made you believe I was deserving of that throne?
You're brave, talented, and, most importantly, you cherish your family.
Wow, I cannot imagine Linny as one of the Fatui Harbingers.
You would do anything to protect them, even if it costs you your life.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all thanks to you that we were able to convince Father to back down.
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero. Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning, from the very moment she suggested a duel. I'm not deserving of that title. I'm not strong enough.
Wow.
Or smart enough.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act on it. We may have different ideas.
And that's why
of what
they're
it
both
means to be a
pyro.
family, but you can
I
hardly
guess.
be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For someone of your talent, though, that's something that will come with time. Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you. That capacity to honor your convictions is what I truly see in you.
Father.
No one
Father.
knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes. Caution will only hold you back. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor.
Dang. The way she
Again,
says that.
there was still a considerable gap between our abilities. Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions
Thanks, Dad.
will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand, Father. Thank you.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one, so I'll ask you one last time. Are you certain you want to stay?
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Plus, with Project Stuja at hand,
Project
there are many
Stuja.
dangers ahead, and I, for one, don't intend to back down. Protecting my family at all costs. That's my conviction.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson. Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows.
Wow. So
We
proud.
need only wait for our prey to come to us. At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in vain. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment, no matter how arduous the journey ahead. I hope we both reach our desired destination.
Oh, that was a good end. Oh, it's not the end. Wait until 2 days later. I just want to see what I get these Primo gems. Wait until 2 days later. Why do we have to... Why is this taking so... I feel like we could have just ended there on that, like, little goodbye note. Wait till 2 days later. Sunset. Good night. Good morning.
Here. Oh, wait. Didn't Linny say that Lynette and Fremine were recovering at the Hotel Bouffe d'été?
Bouffe d'été? Ah. Go to the Hotel Bouffe d'été and say goodbye to our friends. Where is that? Oh, hi.
Lynette? Fremine? How are you feeling?
Much better.
Whew, what a relief.
What about you? Are you feeling alright?
I'm right as rain.
I knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the other hand, well, we've been bedridden for 2 days. I couldn't even turn over.
Oh, poor thing.
Oh, and I wanted to ask, is Claire V gone?
She gone. She dead.
Linny and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been any more sightings of a spirit roaming the house.
We bid her farewell under a blanket of sunlight.
I'm glad Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crusabina and Claire V. Actually, I've met Crusabina before.
Wait, what? You've met the former knave?
Crusabina died a year after Claire V. It was during
How
the
old
year
is
between
Fremine?
their
I thought this
deaths that
happened
I
like
joined the
50
House of
years
the
ago.
Crusabina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. While she was alive, the atmosphere in the house was suffocating. When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved...
I thought this happened so
dead
long
and
ago, but
injured alike,
Fremine met her. That is weird.
Crusabina never talked about the past with us newcomers. A couple of months after I joined,
Wow.
Father killed Crusabina.
That wasn't that long
and
ago
burned all
then.
her files. With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments, Claire V included.
Well, why didn't he mention this sooner if he knew this? I feel like that would have helped solve the mystery sooner.
Memories they
I know. How old is Arlecchino? Arlecchino then? How old is she? How old is Fremine? If she's 25 plus, how old is Fremine then? That's what I don't get. Like, their ages are confusing me now, because I thought this was like a long time ago, but apparently it wasn't.
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about Crusabina or Claire V.
That is so wild to me. This timeline is messing with me more now.
It really seems like something she was planning to keep to herself. The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about it.
Arlie is running an orphanage and you're the same age, doom scrolling YouTube reels. Yeah, what are you doing with your life? She's a father. She's a father to an entire orphanage and killing children and their mothers. What are you doing with your life?
The foundation of a family should be
What do you
free of
got
any
on her?
corrupting influence. Whatever happened in the past, it has nothing to do with who we are now. And that's what Father told us in the end.
But I still thanked her for everything.
Wow, I mean,
It was only after
good for
hearing
her,
about
I
what
guess.
Crusabina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been. The members of the house meant nothing to her. To say that she valued them in any way, even just as a tool, would probably be giving her too much credit. If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth...
Don't think about that.
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us together. But even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. Because this is our home. We may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave. But as long as Father is here, we will always have a home.
Whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow, We'll follow Father wherever she chooses to go.
Oh, that's very weirdly sweet.
So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Just invite us back as guests and we'll call it even.
Of course. You're welcome anytime.
Are Filio and Nantoy okay?
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking about one of the operas that started running recently. They seemed happy. If I had to take a guess...
Oh, so they're happy. That's what matters.
The kind of life they always wished for.
Good ending. Good ending. Oh, and I got a fireplace. Let's see. Ignoring that. Let's see. Ignore this. Let's see. Oh my gosh, why do I have so many notifications? I already looked at this. I wanted to look at this. So we're at 457. And if you were curious... Oh. Did my weapon banner pulls count here too? Oh, well then we're at 5. Okay. And then we got a fireplace. Okay, then not that. Is that what I got the notification for? Really? And that. All these notifications really annoy me. I need to do that. All these notifications are really bugging me. Yeah. I'll go claim my... Let's see.
Ad Astra.
Ad Astra.
Thank you for
There. Now stop bothering me. Okay. Well, that was a great story quest. Honestly, out of all the story quests I did, I would say that's one of my favorites. Because that definitely, even though I wish she was in it more, I gotta say that was a little more entertaining than like Chiori's, in my opinion. I think it was a little more entertaining than Chiori's story quest. That's just my opinion. But that's it. That's where we are for today. Stretching. Big stretchy. I'm so tired. That was fun though. And I do kind of like her, but we didn't have great luck with a lot of the other Fatui Harbingers, so I'm not really sure how the rest of them are going to go. But if she's that strong, that really does raise the question of how strong are the others going to be? Like, I can't imagine at this point. It's going to be crazy. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. So you guys have a waterful day or night wherever you are. And I'm going to leave it there and say bye-bye. So I will see you guys next time very soon. And until then, bye-bye. Keep it fiery, smoky, and don't talk to ghosts. Yeah.